Sakuems. So this video is going to be a new collective haul, and before I start I just want to say two things. The first thing is thank you so much for subscribing. We passed 50,000. I'm just so blown away. I mean, like, you know this can happen, you watch the number grow, and then just it happens. It just, and yeah, it's just really nice. And of course I am planning a big giveaway and an art contest. I don't know what's gonna happen, maybe not right now because I have to plan everything, but it will happen for sure. But it will happen in the next few weeks. So that's the first thing. Second thing, since this is a collective haul, I kind of want to have a disclaimer. I don't want people to feel like I'm bragging about everything, or like I own tons of things. And but I know some people, like especially younger, like are like, oh, how could you afford this and this and that? And so you just have to realize that I'm actually 29 years old, even though I don't sound or look like it. I'm a grown up. I've been like making my own money for nearly 3 years now, so I am able to support myself. A large portion of the money I make is going straight into buying new stuff, like supplies for videos, supply for my work. So it's different. It's not a hobby. This is my full-time job, so I kind of have to invest. So that being said, now we can jump right in, and I have a lot to share. And so I'm not going to share every single thing I buy because it's kind of boring, but I will like talk about a few things, exciting supply that I recently got. So first I'm going to talk about like paper. I got this perfect coloring paper a long time ago. I don't know why I didn't show it in previous haul. Maybe I did, I don't remember. Perfect coloring paper. This is supposed to be for copic markers, of course, or at least for marker paper and card making. And I haven't tried it yet because I'm always scared of trying new paper, especially if it's a big size. But this was like on sale. I got this from copicmarker.com, which is where I got my copic markers, but you can find this one pretty much, I think it's pretty available, like it's pretty easy to find. Just type perfect coloring paper. And yeah, this is 10 sheet A3, 250 grams, and so this is a big like pack, but I haven't tried it yet. Hopefully this will be good, but yeah, so I got that a few months ago. Then I got, not a long time ago, like a week ago or something, I got this console black paper because I've been looking for this and like drooling over it for months. It's basically just thick cardstock, and so you can tell that this is super smooth. And this is black card making cardboard basically, and I use this to mount my artworks if they are below the size of an A3 paper, which usually they are. And I probably will use this to try gouache, because I really want to try gouache, but I don't know when. We also have here canvases, not canvases, what is it called? Canvas board, I think? Why? I'm starting to be really into oil painting. As you can tell, I have one here, and so I have a set here that I think was a set of 12 or 14 colors. I don't exactly remember, I don't want to count them, but this is something that I got a long time ago. I think this is like there's 8 or 10 years ago when I was in high school, and I didn't really enjoy painting that much, and then I jumped into acrylics, so I didn't use oil for a long time. And then I discovered like Fine Art on YouTube, and she does a lot of oil paints, and like she does a lot of tutorials, and like she explains other things. And after watching her for a while, I started to not be afraid anymore of oil paints. So I got more tools and supplies for it, and so I got those like canvas board. This is like small ones for studios and stuff, and so it was definitely interesting, and I really want to work more with those. I probably won't finish this painting. This is more like a study kind of thing, and I also have made like this basic background. I don't know what I'm gonna do on this, but this is like the supply I got. So I have like, instead of 3 of those, then I got like smaller ones, and this big one. It's not like massive, but this is still kind of big for me. So I have those canvas boards. And to go with those, of course, I'm going to need some paint and paintbrushes. So yeah, because I missed a few shades in my set, so I got the cheapest I could find in the... And this is not high-end oil. So I got the cheap one I found. This was on sale. and so I can like play around them, mess around, like use the paint without feeling guilty. So this is a PBO oil color for artists. Nothing really fancy about this, and this is fine quality. And also another brand that I got after, which is from my local art store, and this is also a fine quality patio. This is like my store brand, nothing really special. And so I got like nothing really crazy. I've got gray Payne's gray because I didn't have one, and this is like a very happy color. This is a bluish gray, but I got this one, and this is a transparent one, and so I was like, oops, I can use it, but I wanted an opaque, so I got a new one which specifically says basically it's a neutral kind of tone gray, and so I got an opaque one and a transparent one. Then I also have, basically when I buy color, it's just like the lazy way. I could mix it, but it just saves a lot of time when you can have all your colors laying around, especially light shades, because I don't want to use up all my white. So we have an actual neutral gray, which is I think very interesting for me because I actually want to try to do tone oil paintings, and I could just use black and white, but then it's kind of annoying to mix all the shades and like have all your gradient. So using up a gray, pre-mixed gray will just save me some paint. Some white paint, as always. It's always saving white. And so we have just different shades. Like this is like an olive green kind of paint. This is a bright green. We have here burnt umber. I also got a vivid pink because the one I have, the pink I have is actually not a pink. This is, I believe, alizarin crimson. So this is more like a reddish kind of pink. This one is more of a magenta pink. We also have here a cobalt violet light, which is kind of similar to the shade I got as watercolors, and I really love this with this color. Even though I could make purple myself, I just got it pre-made. And speaking of cheating, I also got a flesh tone because, like I said, if I want to mix to get flesh color, I need some white, I need some red, I need maybe a bit of yellow. It's just a lot of mixing that I can use to create all my skin tones. I have tons of brushes because they were on sale. Well, not all of them, but those are the three I got originally for oil paints, and they're quite pricey. But then I found out that synthetic brush aren't the best for oil paints because the bristle gets damaged by the paint thinner you use to clean your brushes. So I kind of want to save those for acrylic paints because they're just gonna be a bit more like long lasting because they were quite expensive. So I'm not gonna use those for oil paints, but I will save them for acrylic. So I got actual natural bristle brushes for my oil paints. I also have the only mop brush I could find in as like natural bristle on my art store. And so this is a Rooney Graduate. This is goat hair. Like it's just to smooth out the colors. Yeah, so speaking of bulb brush, I wanted a set. I wanted like different sizes, and I wanted to be able to like smooth things out and just like waste them if I had to. So I found a cheap set of basically makeup brushes. I don't use makeup at all, but I found this on Amazon. This is the Style Master, not sponsored, just the one I found that has the best selection of brushes, and they're all synthetic. But I don't mind wasting the bristle because I'm gonna barely use them. This is just more like to smooth out the colors. But if they like are dead after a couple of uses, it's fine because this is really cheap. And so if they're dead, it's fine. I just use a new one, right? And I'm gonna use them with oils. I also got this to go with my oil paints. This is like a tray of little like what is it called? Like pots. Speaking of paint stuff, I also got liquid, and this is to speed the drying time of oil paints, and also had a bit of like a gloss finish. Yeah, you see, like this is just like, it's almost like it's varnished already, but it's not. It's just the liquid. So really like this. Moleskins. Before you freak out, why do you have so many? So those are like the sets of the free pastel color collection, and this is a limited edition, and I found that there will be out of like discontinued, and so on the website it was on sale, like I think 20% or 25% off. so I stock up, even though I don't use them. I actually draw like a cover design and then I sell on my shop. So I got two sets of a small like passport size. This is like the medium one, and then I have the big plain journal, and this is 19 by 25 centimeter, and those are also a set of 3. And I got 2 sets, and those like random like little cahier, like little notebook, nothing really special about those. So I also got cheap supplies. I have I think 2 or 3 videos about cheap supply challenges. I did a cheap color pencil, I did a cheap watercolor watercolor and cheap markers, but I didn't do the overall like cheap art supply. So I went to my local like grocery store, into the kids section kind of thing, and I got the cheapest thing I could find. Because if you don't know, like last time I tried, I've used Staedtler for pencils, and this is actually a good brand, because I believe that I paid about $5 or $6 for a set of 12 pencils, and they're actually not bad at all. But I wanted to try the cheapest I could find. This is a set of 18 colored pencils, and I paid €1.59, so like $2 for a set of 18, so it's definitely cheap. And then I got 2 sets. I thought this was watercolors, but it's also gouache, so I got 2 sets of gouache, but this is still cheap. This is 10 tubes of like super cheap gouache. So we'll definitely do the cheap supply challenge. I don't know when, but it's on my list, so I got the supplies for it. This is my Finetech watercolor calligraphy set. I've used it in my artwork, the Seer. If you are wondering how they look, just check my channel, or I will put a link somewhere. But those like gold watercolors, and this is the set which has different shades of gold, a pearlescent like white gold and a silver. And you can tell that I like it because for my Seer artwork, I don't know if you can really tell, I've used up that amount. So yeah, I don't know if this is long lasting or not, but I believe it's actually pretty good for the price. And I don't mind using this, because the colors are kind of similar anyway, so I'll just switch to a different one. And so yeah, those are really wonderful. They were out of stock almost everywhere, and I finally found them on maryartist.com. And because they ship worldwide, I didn't pay customs or anything. I think it was just below $30 with shipping for the set. So it's not cheap, but it's like, I think it's worth the price. Really happy with those. And the last thing I wanted to share with you is this exciting box. This is the Gansai Koretake watercolors, and you have wonderful colors inside. And if you know already, I own the set myself, the full set, the 36 colors, which I really love. This set is not for me, this set is for my art contest. Yay! So I got this for one of you. I don't know who it is yet. So yeah, I got the 24 set for the contest. And yeah, so I guess that's about it. Like I said, I don't know when the contest is gonna happen, but it's gonna happen soon. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I shared everything, like all the tools that I got recently, and I'm really excited to try everything, like especially oil paints. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any requests for like type of videos, like types of artworks or IDs, anything you'd like me to see, I kind of want to update my channel, like I guess series of videos, because I always just do like time-lapse or challenges. So I kind of want to just do a bit more like different type of series. I have a few ideas, but if you have anything you'd like to see more of on my channel, just post a comment below, and I read everything so I can just like grab some ideas. But yeah, I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.